Okay, guys, so we are going to be talking about JavaScript array. Arrays in JavaScript are like containers for storing data, for grouping data together, for storing like data that are similar to each other. So those are one of the uses of arrays, and we are going to be looking at how to add items to an array, remove item from an array, loop through arrays, and filtering an array. Okay, so let's jump into the code, and I'm going to be displaying the tests inside this p tag. So I'm going to give it an ID of okay, let's say I'm not good at naming. Let's say p output. Okay, I'm just going to copy it, and I'm going to create the script file. We've not yet created it yet. That's index.js. Okay, index.js. Okay, so I'm just going to save this. All right, so first of all, let's get the output, the output container. So it's going to be document dot. We are using query selector. Document dot query selector. What are we selecting? We are selecting an ID, an element with an ID, p output. Okay. So how do we define an array? An array is the best way to define an array is using consts, then number array. So this is the array. To define an array, we can use, okay, so the opening and closing brackets. So square brackets. Then you are going to put the items that you want. You can put any data type. Let's say this one is going to be a name, my name, then 56, then 90, then 2, then let me just add a number again. Okay, so before we go on, just take a moment and visit the documentation at developer.mozilla.org. Just take a moment to visit the documentation and read about it, and when you are done, just pause the video, and when you are done, just come back. Now you can pause the video now. Okay, so if you are done reading the documentation, so we're just going to output it inside the console for now. Console.log. So to access any item in the array, you're going to say number array. Okay, let me just type it, number array, then square brackets. Then, as I said before in previous tutorials, I said array is zero index. That is, the first item in this array here is at index 0. The following one is at index 1. This one at index 2. That is, instead of counting it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So to access the item at this the second, to access the second item, so the second item is at the index of 1. So let's save it and let's check it out in the console. So I'm just going to bring up the console now and reload the page. I can see. So this is the second item. Okay, so we can also change the value of an element and in a particular index. Let me just copy this. So I'm going to be outputting the number array. Okay, so to change the value, let's change the value of the item here. So I'm just going to log. Okay, let's change the value first. Number array, then at the index of what? Index of 2, because it is the third item and it is in the index of 2. Okay, so I'm just going to put it num2 then equal to colors. So save it. So I'm just going to bring this down and bring it below this, and I'm going to copy this. So before we change the item, I'm going to output the array, and after we change it, I'm going to output it, so that we're going to see the difference. Okay, so this is the previous array, and after we changed the element, this is the array here. So I can see the array has changed. Okay, so I'm going to introduce a quick method, one of the array methods. So to convert an array into a string, so you are just going to say, let me comment all these ones out. Yeah, we are going to use array dot to string. Save it, because currently these items in the array, they are already in, they are still within the square brackets. So to get them into a string and to display them into a string, so you have to convert them into a string with the toString method. So let's just reload the page. Okay, as you can see, all of them, they are now in toString method. We can now print them out in the HTML. So we are going to print them out inside the output container dot inner text. Oops. So that's going to be number array dot toString. Let me comment this out. Let's save it and let's check it out. Okay, as you can see, these are all the stuff. So this true was converted to string also. Okay, so there's difference between array and objects. So the difference is that object, you declare it with curly braces, and it is a key value pair. I can say name equal to all. So it is a key value pair. And if you want to remove an item from an object, you just use delete num object dot name. So it will delete that. And in array, do not use delete. Like this. Delete number array at the index of 2. Do not do this. So there is another method that you can use to delete an element from an array. Okay, now let's check if there's a method that we can use to check if an array is an array. If we, for example, if we should try to check it with type of number array, it's going to return an object. Okay, objects, I can see it returns an object. Now, how do we check if the the variable is an object, is an array or not. So we use array dot is array. So then I'm going to pass in the number array, cut it and paste it in and save it. So let's just load the page. So as you can see, it's array. So we are checking that is this array an array. So it's going to tell us that okay, true or false, true or false, if it is an array or not. Okay, so there's a method that we can use to convert an array to a string, other than to string. Is another method that we can use to convert it into a string, and that is join. So dot join, calling dot join will just join everything. Just test it out. So it will just join everything with comma. Default with the default is comma. It should join them with comma. So if you want to join them with, let's say you want to join them with space, the whole array with space, so it's going to join them with space. And if you want to join them with, let's say you want to join them with pipe, so I can see that's joined them with pipe. And if you want to join them with comma, so you can join them comma separated stubs. And if you want to join them with HTML break, and it means you have to change this to inner HTML, then all of them will be in the new line. As you can see, they are now in new line. Okay, so how do we join two arrays together? Let's say second array that goes to, let's say this one is 35, 78, and now how do we join these two arrays together? To join them together, we just use number array, the first array that we want to join to dot concat. Then we pass in the second array that we want to join it to. Then pass it in, and let's just split it out inside the output container. So that's going to be number array dot join, comma separated. So let's see. Okay, so to see the changes, let's just set it into a variable. Let's say joined array. So it will return a new array. It will join the both of them and return a new array and save it inside this join array. Okay, let's save it. Okay, so what really happened? Okay, I forgot to save it. Now let's go back to the browser and load the page. I can see it has joined the new array to the first array. Now let's look at how to join and add new item. How to add new item to the array and how to remove items from the array. I'm just going to comment this out and copy it and comment this space. So it's just going to be, so to remove an item from the number array, let's say number array dot pop. So the pop, it will remove the last item from the array, which is 82, and it will return the item that was removed. If we set it to a variable, so it will remove the item that was removed. It will it will return the item. Join. Let's save and let's see it out. Okay, as you can see, the 82 is gone. So .pop. So it has removed the item, the first item. And if you want to push and if you want to add new item, you can use number array dot push. So it's going to push new item to it. So what do we want to add? Let's just add 4,000 and let's see. Okay, so it pushed 4,000 to the end of the it adds 4,000 to the end of the array. Now what if we want to add it to the front of the array, to the beginning of the array? Then we are going to use array.shift. Then what do we want to add? Let's add 3,000 and let's still add this 4,000. Okay, now let's reload the page. Okay, so I made a mistake here. So it's supposed to be on shift. So the on shift, it will add new item to the beginning of the array. As you can see, it has added it. So what if you want to remove an item from the beginning of the array? Then you are going to use number array dot shift. So I'm just going to comment this out. So it's going to remove one item from the beginning of the array. So let's reload the page. So it has removed 24. So it has removed the first item from the array, 24. And now what if we want to remove an item from a particular, let me comment this out first, in a particular index? What if we want to remove this item here? Then first of all, we have to know the index. It is in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is in index 5. It is at index 5. Then we can, to remove it, we are going to use Javascript Splice. So then we will first of all supply the index number, which is 5, and how many items we want to remove, starting from 5, item in index 5. We want to remove just one item, which is the item at index 5. Then you can save it. Let's go check it out. Reload the page. So it has removed 2. Let me comment it so that you are going to see it. And I can see the 2 is there now. And on comment, save, I can see it has removed it. Now, what if we should specify 2, that I want to remove 2? Then it's going to remove 2 and the last item in the array. It's going to remove these 2 and the last item. Let's just reload. As you can see, the last item also has gone. And what if we want to remove starting from index 3, which is 56. We want to remove it starting from 56. We want to remove every item here. We want to remove everything. Then you can just specify 3, save. I can see it has removed all of them. It has moved all the items here. So it will start from 3, since we did not specify the number of items that it should remove. Then it will just remove everything. Now array splice can also be used to add new item to the array, starting from an index. Let's say we want to add item starting from index 1, starting from the second item. Then I'm just going to specify the item. Then if we should specify any number other than 0, then it will remove the number of items that we specify. Let's say if we specify 2, it will remove 2 items. If we let's just specify 0 for now, and let's add 2 items. Let's say AB, and you can specify any number of items here. Let's say 45 is not there yet, and 10 is not there yet, 28. Okay, now let's save it and let's reload the page. I can see AB starting from index 2, AB 45, 10. Alright, so 89. Let's check if 89 is still there. I can see 89 is there. So it will start from this place, this space here. So it will add everything. It will add all the new items. And what if we specify, let's say we specify 2. Just note this 89 and Paul, it will remove the both of them. So let's save it and let's reload. And you can see the 89 and Paul is gone. So that is how to use JavaScript Splice. And there's another one, number array dot slice. It is used to slice the array into a new array. What if we want to slice this array here, we want to slice it and put it inside a new array. So let's new array equal to number array dot slice. So which index? That's index 2. Let's specify index 2. Then new array. So new array dot join. So as I'm going to see it. So starting from 2, it will cut everything starting from index 2 to the last item in the array. So if we specify the length here, let's say we specify, let's just say we specify 2 and save it. Okay, we are not cutting anything. So the second value is going to be the index number that we want to stop at. Okay, let's say we want to stop at, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want to stop at the index 5. We are going to specify it there. Okay, so starting from index 2 to index 5. So I'm just going to don't let us forget to save and load. So that's code them like that. So we can also sort an array. You can sort it by just saying number array. So let me come down here and replace this with number array. So you can say okay, number array dot sort. Save. So it's going to sort them alphabetical order, and it's going to sort them from 0 to 10, from 0 to 9. So I can see 24, 56, from the lowest item to the highest item. And you can also reverse an array by using reverse, and save it and reload. I can see it has reversed it. It has reversed the order of the array. So 82 is here. So it has reversed it. Okay, so that's how to reverse an array. Now let's look at how to loop through an array. Okay, now we want to an array. It is possible to loop through an array. So there are a number of ways that you can use to loop through an array. So one of them is number using the for loop. I'm still going to talk about the for loop just in a moment. Okay, let me just for let's I equal to 0, I is less than number array dot length I plus plus. So that's a loop. Then we can do something. So let's just comment this out. We're going to say output count dot inner HTML equal to number array. Then this I is going to be returning an integer. So it's going to be counting it from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the end of the array. To the end of the array. So it's going to be returning an integer. So we're just going to pass it in. So and we're going to be adding the break tag here so that it's going to go to the new line. So let's go to the front end and load it. Okay. So dot inner HTML. Then you can just add it. Let's put plus sign there so that I can see these are all of them. Okay. So this is one of the ways to look through an array, and another way to look through an array is using the number array dot map, using the JavaScript map. So here inside the map, then there is going to take a callback function. Let's just use the function. Then the function is going to receive three things. It's going to receive the value, the current value, like this for loop. It is looping through everything one after the other. So the current value that is being looped through is going to take it, and the index, and the last thing is the array itself. So we can just say, okay, this, let's copy this and let's paste it here. So I'm going to say value then plus then index then and the array itself. The array, let's just convert it to string. Okay, so let's save it and let's check it out. Let's check out what was returned. So I can see, let me just put a comma there and put a comma here. So this is how to join a string. This is how to join strings together. Okay, I can just take this and put it here. Okay, so let's save and let's check it out again. So the current item that is being looped to is 24. Then at the index of 0, then the array, this is the array. Then the next item is 89 at the index of 1, and the last item 82 at the index of 6, and this is the array. So this is another way to loop through an array. And there's the last similar way to loop through an array. That's number array dot for each. So it also takes a callback function, but here let's just use the arrow function, the ES6 arrow function. So it also takes in the same parameters here. So it will also take in the same parameter. and we can also do the same thing like as we did here. So let's just save it and let's check it out. Now before we check it out, let's just comment this out so that there's going to be a difference. Okay, there's nothing there now, and let's uncomment it and reload it. I can see it did the same thing. It did the same thing like as this one did, as the map function did. So also did the same thing. And what if we want to filter? What if we want to filter something from it? Maybe we want to filter out numbers that are less than 25 or numbers that are less than 60. So we can do that. So I'm going to say number array dot filter. So it will also take a callback function, which is we can use arrow function. Then we can also do the same thing that we did here. We can also do the same thing that we did there, and then we can say value. So it's going to take the value, and let's just remove all these things here. Let's remove all these things here and concat it. So we are going to concat it with this. Okay, so what this does is that what it does is, okay, let us save it into so it's going to return a new array, returns an element of new array that meet the conditions specified in the callback function. Let's say new filtered array. So the new filtered array, so it's going to return the new array, and I'm going to chip in this. The arrow function does not, since if we are doing only one statement, the arrow function does not need curly braces to be surrounded with curly braces. So it will without the curly braces, like we are doing the same thing as return. So okay, let me just explain this. So what we are going to be doing is we are going to be filtering out values that are less than 50. So we are going to be filtering them out. So the same thing that we did here is just the same thing as, let me copy this one and remove the curly braces, including everything. So it's just the same thing as this. So it will put it by itself that it will return this. So this is a boolean. The values that are value that is less than, if the value is less than 50, it will skip it and go to the next one. If it is greater than 50, it will add it to the array, to the new array that is being returned here. So we can just say, okay, let me copy this and say new filtered array dot join. Okay, so 24 and 2. Okay, I said less than 50. So I said less than 50. I wanted to write greater than 50. Okay, so every numbers that is greater than 50. So this is 89, 56, 90, and 82. So these are the numbers that are greater than 50 in the array. So this is these are number of things, and not everything that you can do with JavaScript array. Just come if you want to know more about JavaScript array, come to documentation here and read it and If you come down, you see the list of the properties methods that you can use with JavaScript array. Number of things that you can do with JavaScript array. And there's another thing I want to say is sorting an array with the highest by the highest number, or that. Okay, just ignore that. So come to this place and learn more about JavaScript array. Okay, so if you have any question on JavaScript array, just leave it in the comment section. I'm going to attend to it.